What is up, guys? This is The Broke Executive, and today we're doing the portfolio and dividend review for May of 2021. So, quick overview of the portfolio. I have a monthly return of $263 in capital gains, which is a 3.32% return. And then in terms of dividends, I received $6.30 for the month previous, so in April. This comes out to a monthly yield of 0.08, which is not a ton of money. However, I have been purchasing more dividend-paying stocks in the recent months, so hopefully that number will go up, and annualized out that comes out to a 0.95%. Overall, my portfolio is giving me about 3.2% of a yield right now over the course of the full year. It's just April, it tends to be one of the lower months of the year. In terms of dividend income change, I have about an 1100% increase from April in 2020 compared to April of 2021. This shows that I am, in fact, expanding my dividend portfolio and buying into companies that are, in fact, paying in the month of April. It just tends to be one of the lower values. If you want to see the actual graph for how much I get per month, that would be this graph right here. You can see it tends to follow a pattern where January, April, July, and October all tend to be lower values, and you can see the trend is growing up. In terms of May, June, and July, right here on the far right, you will notice that those values are only for dividends that are currently announced. Those values will be going up. June should be right around where March was. May will be right around where February was, if not higher. As you can see, it already is. That's because I'm buying into more companies. July, I currently only have one dividend announced, which is the 97 cents right there, but it will go up over time. July should be slightly higher than April, because I have been buying companies that will pay out in that time. In terms of purchases for May, I bought one company, as well as I have some other news that I'll share at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that. The one company I did buy at the beginning of the month was Store Capital, or STOR. I bought 7 shares of this company. It is a dividend-paying REIT, or real estate investment trust. So they buy commercial real estate for stores like a PetSmart or Whole Foods or Ashley's Furniture Store, places like that. So this real estate investment is primarily focused on stores that aren't exactly, the huge names, but the smaller but still nationwide chains. And they actually have some pretty cool and interesting companies that they rent to and lease to. I bought 7 shares. I paid $36 per share for a total of $252. Store Capital currently yields a 4% dividend yield, which the 7 shares will pay me $10.08. Their dividend was decreased about a year ago. This was because of the lockdowns and everything going on back then. However, they have began to increase that dividend over time again. They still have a 6.17% growth over 5 years, so the company is still increasing that dividend, which is good to see. In terms of portfolio weighting, this is right around 3%, and I would like to build it up to a slightly larger number. However, I only have the $250 to spend. In terms of dividends for April, this is a fairly short list because it was only a small amount compared to some of my other months. You will notice that most of these companies are in fact my monthly paying dividend companies, but there are a few others in there. Feel free to let me know if you guys can catch which ones they are. On April 2nd, I received a dividend from Coca-Cola for $1.68. On April 7th, I received a dividend from Merck for $1.30, as well as my international bonds ETF paid out 21 cents. On April 8th, the rest of my bond ETFs paid out. My corporate bonds paid 25 cents, my 1 to 3 year treasury bonds paid 2 cents, and my 3 to 7 year treasury bonds paid 8 cents. On the 15th, 2 of my REITs, real estate investments, paid out $1.41 for Realty Income and 97 cents for Stag Industrial. That dividend for July that is already announced is Stag Industrial. That's why the 97 cents might sound familiar. And then on the last day of the month, I received the dividend from SPHD for 38 cents. Now, I've talked about the dividend snowball before, and I have been slowly putting my dividends back into my account. However, I've decided I wanted to go a slightly different way, and I'm beginning the process of actually dripping my dividends. So all dividends I receive are currently going to be going towards this real estate investment trust, or REIT, just to help build up this portfolio and help build my real estate sector within it. So Preferred Apartment Communities, or APTS, is a REIT, like I stated, and they buy commercial apartment complexes in major cities. They have locations in Atlanta, all over Florida, and many other places across the country. And the main reason I chose this REIT over others to be able to doing my drifts is the shares are low cost, which means I can pick them up fairly quickly, and they have a fairly high dividend yield of 6.94%. So my plan is, as my dividends are paid out, whenever I have enough to afford a share, I will just place a market order, pick up that share, and I will slowly grow this position over time as my dividends pay out. So for the month of May, I should be receiving about $20 in dividends. I've already purchased the one share right now. I should be able to pick up at least one more share, maybe a second share. And then throughout July, I should be able to pick up another 2 shares then. So these share purchases are coming completely from money I get from dividends. I'm not using my monthly contributions to be able to buy into this company. I'm purely using the money that is already being given to me by my account, and I'm just placing it here so that it can continue to grow and pay a dividend as well. The plan is to build up this position to 15 to 20 shares, because at that point it will be paying out enough in terms of a dividend over the course of a year to be able to buy an additional share every year purely off its own dividend. And I will probably continue to build this position up to 25 to 30 just so I can be getting 2 shares for every calendar year. And it's really cool and really exciting for me because all the money that is going into this company is being paid out to me. I'm not using my own money. It's what's being gifted to me through dividends. And it's one of those real fun perks of the dividend investing where I'm able to go ahead and just use the money that's coming into my account to buy additional shares of companies. In the future, I would like to switch up what companies I am buying, but as of right now, I'm not receiving $30 or $40 a month in dividends. So most of the other companies within my portfolio I'm unable to afford on a monthly basis. However, looking at how much I'm making per month in terms of dividends, by the end of this calendar year, I should be able to start getting up towards those $30 stocks. From there, I can continue buying into those, and perhaps I pick up another company that's not already in my account. But the goal for this account is to be able to pay out that passive income and have that passive income be able to provide me more passive income. So looking forward, I will be able to show you guys the shares I buy, what days I bought them for preferred apartment communities. This isn't going to be only on the first of the month. This is whenever I get to whatever dollar value the shares are currently going for. As of right now, the share price has decreased a fairly large amount since I bought this one share. It's currently trading for $9.90 per share, and I do not currently have that $9.90 sitting as buying power right now. However, throughout the course of the month, I should be able to get to that about $10 and be able to buy an additional share. And then towards the end of the month, I might be able to, depending on exactly how much dividends are going to be paid out. I have a good estimate of what I'm getting. However, not all the dividends for all of my companies have been announced yet, so I will be able to adjust and adapt based on that. So with that, that's about all I have in terms of monthly updates and portfolio updates. I did buy into a new company in a very popular sector for myself. Real estate hasn't been doing that great in the past 2 days, but I'm not overall worried about that. In the long term, I see all of the companies I've bought into and will be buying into doing just fine. I'm not concerned about potential downsides in the market. I plan on holding these companies for years to come. I'm not trying to buy now and sell it in a month and be able to make huge amounts of money that way. If you guys like seeing these portfolio reviews, and if you would like, I can go ahead and start showing some of my other portfolios off. I do have my retirement account with M1 Finance, and I do have a separate account where I have some more speculative plays and some more fun and growth style investing in my Webull account. I would be happy to show you guys those accounts. Just feel free to comment down below which account you'd like to see, and be sure to subscribe for when those videos come out. I will be happy to show you guys because I am very proud and very excited for the companies I've bought, as well as I have been starting to look a little more into the stock research category and doing some actual evaluations of companies and looking at price targets and finding price targets for myself and doing some real intrinsic value assessments and trying to see what companies could potentially perform better than the overall market in the coming years. The most recent one I have done of these intrinsic value assessments was Borg Warner. If you guys would like me to do a deep dive video on their company and go through what I found in my research and price targets and where I think the company currently is and where it's going, feel free to drop a comment and tell me you would like to see that. If there's other companies you guys would like me to look into, feel free to let me know. If you have suggestions for companies I could look into, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or down in the comments section. Or if you would like, you can join my Discord server. The link will be in the description. We have different channels for gaming and investing and just general hangout areas. I tend to be on most evenings. I'm very easy to get a hold of there. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. If you guys would like to start your investing journey, you can sign up for Robinhood with the link down in the description. We can both get a free share through that. Or if you sign up for Webull with the link down in the description, you can get 2 free stocks. One when you open the account, one when you fund the account with $100. The first stock will be valued anywhere from $2.50 to $250. That second stock, for when you deposit $100, could be worth up to $1,600, and that would be a great way to get yourself started in this investing journey. And with that, I'm going to remind you guys to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you executives in the next video.